Hello everyone, this is Gabriel here, and welcome to an episode of Gabriel Reviews, where I talk about movies and review them on my channel every Friday. And today's review, I'm going to talk about Wreck-It Ralph.
Hey, my arm's getting tired. We have a deal or not?
You better win.
So Wreck-It Ralph is a Walt Disney Pictures film released in 2012, directed by Rich Moore, and was produced by Clark Spencer. Well, I'm sure that many people who are watching this video have probably seen this movie once in their lives. And of course, I've seen it so many times as a kid, and I absolutely love this movie. I remember seeing the trailers of this movie when I was really young, and I really liked them. And I remember going to see it in theaters back when it came out, and I gotta say, this movie still holds up 12 years later, and since this movie just turned 12 years old recently, and it's definitely one of the best Disney movies for me. So, Wreck-It Ralph follows a video game arcade named Fix-It Felix Jr., which the bad guy, Ralph, voiced by John C. Reilly, is doing its job as the bad guy in the game, while Felix, voiced by Jack McBrayer, is being the good guy in the game, fixing the buildings, and Ralph wrecking the buildings, which is known as breaking. So, Ralph is tired of being the bad guy all the time, and tries to act like a good guy in the Nicelanders party, but then he gets kicked out. And the only way he can have respect is to get a medal in the gunner game called Hero's Duty. So later on, Ralph launches himself to a racing game called Sugar Rush, to which he meets a little girl named Vanellope Von Schweetz, who's voiced by Sarah Silverman, who is revealed to be a glitch. She steals Ralph's medal, but she promises Ralph that she will give it back to him when she wins the race at Sugar Rush. So Ralph decides to become a hero and helps Vanellope at Sugar Rush, as well as helping himself to become a good true hero, even though he knows that it's good to be a bad guy. Now onto my thoughts. Now, just like I said earlier, as a kid, I loved watching this movie so many times back in the old days, and growing up, it still holds up. Disney Productions did an excellent job with the animation, and it was very creative for the inspiration. Another thing I like to say is that it does a great job telling a story of a video game character and how he wants to become a hero. And this movie also references other video games as well, such as Sonic, Pac-Man, Q*bert, Street Fighter, etc. It's funny, it's emotional, it's adventurous, and just an entertaining time for people to watch when they're bored. And the end credits with the song When Can I See You Again by Owl City is definitely one of the best songs to ever come out in a post-credits theme, and it's an amazing song and it goes hard. It's an absolute banger. Yeah. And I love how accurate it does of how video games are supposed to work, they're offline or online. And I like what would happen if the video game could become unplugged and would go out of order, for example. Ralph and Vanellope are really wholesome together, and they're really fun to watch as well. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is when Vanellope and Ralph get their cart for the first time by baking, mixing, and decorating the cart. And when Vanellope learns to drive, that part was really funny. And yeah, I had a really fun time seeing it in cinema, and it's definitely one of the most creative movies I've seen in my life. And I'm pretty sure every Disney fan has seen this movie. Even if you haven't seen it, what are you doing, man? It's awesome. And I know there is a sequel called Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I did see that in theaters, which I plan to review that eventually. And it's one of my favorite childhood movies of all time, and one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. It certainly is a classic for a reason, or aka a modern classic, since this movie came out in the last decade of the 2010s. And it has certainly one of the best soundtracks, I gotta say, in any Disney movie. It's just a beloved classic, brilliant film that every Disney fan needs to watch, and I absolutely love it to death. And to end off this review, I'm gonna give Wreck-It Ralph a 10 out of 10.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, like, comment, share, follow me in my letterbox, and I'll see you guys in the next video coming soon.